winter storm warning in effect for heavy snow. Those planning travel in the warned area should be prepared for hazardous conditions and plan accordingly.
So one of the tests I'll do is what's called the compression test. Same size column, which is nice, 30 centimeters by 30 centimeters, which is about a foot by foot. So, and if you're operating more on the voodoo magic side, my glove 4 fingers is 10 centimeters. So I can also measure that out with my glove 4 fingers. So with this compression test, I'm going to isolate the column completely now. Some people like to cut out a triangle. I like to just at least have one side totally free. And now I put my shovel on this column. I do 10 taps from my wrist. You can see that failed. So again, just below the sun crust, appears to be relatively weak. Once I do 10 taps from my wrist, I'm going to do 10 from my elbow. And then 10 from my shoulder. So that would be what I would call a CT29, compression test 29, and I would call that a quality 2 shear. And when we talk about shear quality, we're talking about how a column fails. Sometimes it comes screaming out in the snow pit, like if you take a dresser and you go to move it in your bedroom and you accidentally tip it up and the drawer comes shooting out. Quality 1 shear. It's clean and fast. It's got high energy. So if I can get a weak layer to fail, the potential for it to propagate is higher. This is a quality 2. It's a clean shear plane, but it doesn't come screaming out in the snow pit. And a quality 3 looks like that. Jagged, rolling. There's not a clean area where it fails. So one thing I've always been told that I believe in, you don't want to get married after the first date, right? So I don't want to judge the strength of my snowpack on one snow pit, and I don't want to judge it on one test. So one good test deserves another, just like one good date deserves another. The reason I'll do 2 compression tests is the more repeatable something is, the more I should pay attention to it. If I can consistently get results, I should be more concerned. So let's see if we can repeat it. That failed again. Compression test 11. Quality 2. It's clean all the way around, but it didn't come shooting out. And I'll remove this as soon as it starts interfering with my test. It starts jiggling and no longer is holding in place. I'm still suspicious about this thing, so I also just give it one extra good whack, right? And at that point, it failed in the same place, right? So right now my 2 weakest layers are right below the sun crust and right at the bottom, which I can tell you how deep that is even. 95 centimeters down. Unlikely that I can trigger it, but if I do, it's a big hard slab that could take me out, right? So one of the other questions I want to ask is, if I can initiate that failure and fracture, will it propagate? And there's been some new tests in the last 5 years, one of which is the extended column test. So we'll do that real quick and see what that tells us.